Boom, boom. This is Kendra. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've got a bit of Bleach Immortal Soul up today. So we finally got the new character event for Koga. So I was wondering where this was at. So we've got the standard strength training. So as you get the number of stars, and he, of course, is inside of the actual event here. So we talked about his skill set a few days ago, so that nothing changed in that regards. So let's go ahead and do the draws on him to acquire him. Now he is a new character. Tokens will work. Do not need to use Soul Jade if you have enough tokens. So basically, as you summon every 10, you're guaranteed to get these shards, and it should be if they hold true to the other events, it should be a standard of 5, and it should be 5 on each pull. So we did get 5. We've got an Omni Shard. That's one of the reasons I like the new character. You do get generous rewards. They do up the rewards for you. So we should get another 5 here. Yeah, there's the 5. Get some Orihime shards. Another 30 for her. Unfortunately, not something I really needed, but I think I've already got her up to 7. So really would not be useful in terms for that. I need another 30 shards for him, and those are the 5. So 50, 5 each slot, 30. I think you can do. You only need to pull 5 times, 25 pulls, and then you can get this stuff inside of the actual. So we've done 4 pulls. So this will be the 5th pull right here. This will give us 25 shards. Got another Omni Shard, that's good. Some Tessai, that's good too. So now I think you can get the remaining 5 that you can actually get 6. So we got 2 there, 2 there. I don't like they should be throwing Omni Shards in this as well, but they don't. So there's the 6. So that's enough to combine the character. So if we go into the bag, there he is, and we can combine him. And there we have him. So Koga Kuchiki. I'm up to 97 shards. These shards are going to be going into Halloween Nibu once I actually get that complete. So we do have the strength training now. This right here gives you enough bounty trial level and Soul Reaper training level. Okay, so now this is, if you're going to use Koga, this is really the time to do it because of the fact that this strength training is really good. The strength training will allow you to get, if you can get him up to 5 stars, you can get his weapon, a copy of his weapon. So if you're looking to utilize him as one of your main team, this will be the way to go. He has a pretty good skill set, but it really doesn't match with my team. He's primary an attacker, DPS, even though he's listed as support. He has survivability as well, so he's going to be a pretty good character. Nothing bank breaking or anything from the guards was I was able to get from his skill set. Nothing that would lend me to change out. So let's go ahead and take a look at him inside of the system here. Maybe all the way down here at the bottom. Right there, Kochiki. So he is a tortoise. As you can see, he's half DPS, half tank lifesteal. So he's an attacker with some pretty good lifesteal and tanking, so he's going to be survivable. So he would be an excellent front line character if that's what you're looking for. Okay, skill set, Piercing Light. Deals damage to a single enemy, and it steals the HP equal to 8% of the target's max. Ice Fang Vapor deals damage to enemy column. So a column, that's 2. So a row is 3, column is 2, front and back. Plus additional damage equal to 8% of the target's max hit points, not to exceed. Damage to attack increased by 10% for every 10% of Koga's missing AT2 maximum of 100. Okay, so as you can see, he's very heavy. Gain increased damage reduction rate and becomes immune to control effects when his HP falls below 40%. So as you can see, I'm not exactly sure why they've got him listed in the support. Okay. I don't see any support whatsoever inside of his skill set, none whatsoever. He's basically an attacker, and he's a tank, and he's a life stealer. I don't know why they've got him. I don't know why they have him listed as a support character. He's not. Okay, he's not support. He's a tank. He should either be listed as a tank based on the fact that he is a tank and he's got life steal, which means he should be the orange emblem, or he should be listed as an attacker because of his damage that he do from the DPS. So I don't know why they've got him listed as support because he's clearly not. But unfortunately, so but he would be good for frontline. So if you're missing a tank, he'd be a good choice. Plus he has some good damage, so that makes him a well-rounded character. Nothing offsetting. Eisen does a lot of the same stuff, so flies in. So yeah, it's really up to you as to what you want to do. But if you're a new player and you've got some soul jade to spend and you've got some tokens, you might want to go ahead and work and get him up. If you can't get him up to 5, I really wouldn't do anything with him at this point, because if you're going to go in, you need to go all the way in and have enough to get to 5 so that you can actually get his weapon, awaken the weapon. UR weapons are difficult to get. We should be having a soul box event for him fairly soon. Okay, but if you're going for him now, you might as well get the weapon right now. Soul box events are a lot more happen. That's the way you're going to get his weapon if you don't get it inside this event. That's the only other way. But again, soul box event, you need a lot of soul jade. So if you spend all of your soul jade here on this and come up short getting the weapon, you get nothing. Okay, so getting the other stuff is easy. Getting the tomb and the float, that's easy. This stuff is obtainable inside the gacha shop or inside the regular shop. You should have no trouble whatsoever obtaining these. This is what you're looking for. Okay, if you can't get this, okay, then don't spend any soul jade, because when they come out with the soul box event, if they do come out fairly quickly, they usually have a soul box event fairly soon after they've had the new character event. I noticed they've been doing that, and I'm not sure why. So expect probably within a month or so we're going to have, or 2 months, we're going to have a soul box event probably with him in it, which means you'll be able to get the weapon there. But soul box events take soul jade, so if you do your soul jade here and you don't get 5 stars, you've just wasted it, because these are easy to get. Okay, so you might want to save up your soul jade so that when the soul box event comes, you'll definitely have enough. It takes anywhere between 18 to 20,000 soul jade to be guaranteed to get the weapon inside of the soul box event. So you always need to make sure that you have 18 to 20,000 on hand when a soul box event comes up. Now, if you have like maybe 12 or 15,000, you can get close enough, because after the soul box event, they will have a mini event, either a battle event or the defend Karakura event, and inside of the limited exchange shop will be shards for the weapon inside of there. So if you come up 10 or 15 short, you could usually get the remaining shards inside of the soul box event, or in the remaining shards that you don't get in the soul box event, you can get in that mini event. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're making your determination. So if you can't get 5 stars out of him in this event, don't use your soul jade. Just use the tokens to get him. Okay, use all the tokens that you want. You can't use tokens. These tokens are not usable inside of the actual soul box event. So use all those. Okay, and that'll be able to get you as many shards as possible. But don't spend the soul jade. Just wait for a soul box event to come along, unless you can get him to 5 stars. If you have like 30,000 soul jade, you could probably get him to 5 stars, okay, during this event. and then you'll be able to get the weapon. But if you can't, just wait and just don't use the soul jade. Save it, save it, save it, save it till his soul box event comes around. Then you'll have a much better chance of getting the weapon. Okay, so that's what to go from there. But as for this, you can use all of your tokens. I'm going to use all my tokens. Okay, I'll get as many shards for him as I can. I'll probably be able to get him to 3-star. But the reason I'm doing it is just simply because you can get Omni shards, Soul Jade, and other things inside of this as well. And you might actually get lucky and hit some, an SSR character. Like here, I've got enough to take up Matsumoto, so I need to take a look at her. But yeah, you might as well just use them. That's why I save it up. See, 588 Soul Jade. It's a lot of Soul Jade for one shot, plus an Omni Shard. So that's why I like to do pool on these as many times as I can, because you can get some really good stuff inside of here. Besides the actual character shards, of course. So there, another 188 Soul Jade. So it looks like I'm going to be able to get enough. I think I'll have enough to take him up to 3-star, which will activate his talent. Nope, going to be up a little bit short. I think. Okay, so I've got 9. So how many can I get from in here? So I get 2. 2 more. So I don't have any of that. I don't want to summon 10 with that. I want to use, but you always want to summon 10. So let's see what I got inside of here. I'll wait. I'll have the other ones tomorrow. So I'll wait and pull together tomorrow. So shards for him at this point. I should be, I think, about less than 10 away from getting him to 3-star, which is my goal. I'd like to just get him at 3-star. 5. So I need to pull on it one more time. I'll do that tomorrow, because when you complete your dailies, you get one of the summon tokens. So I'll get one tomorrow. That'll give me 10. I'll be able to do the final pool. So I'll bring him up to 3-star tomorrow. That'll activate his talent. In Battle Arena, Kenpachi Contest, attack, defense, and HP of all characters are increased by 1% at that. So that's pretty good. But yeah, so like I say, just think about it. If you can't get him to 5-star inside of this event, don't waste the Soul Jade, because if you waste the Soul Jade now and come up short, you just lose that Soul Jade. Okay, shards are not important. Shards, you can use Omni shards to level up the character. Okay. But to get that weapon, you're going to need the Soul Jade for the Soul Box event, which should be coming out within 1 to 2 months. It seems that after 1 to 2 months, they throw up a Soul Box event for the new character. And at that time, you can get the weapon. And you only need about if you have 20,000 Soul Jade, you should be able to get it. Okay? So you want to make sure that you at least have that. Okay? So don't waste the Soul Jade here, because you're probably not going to be able to get back up to 20,000 inside of a month or 2. You might be able to, but it'd be very close. So hold on to it, and then just wait until the actual Soul Box event comes, and then dump the Soul Jade to get his weapon. So that's what I would do. But if you got it like 30,000 Soul Jade, and you got a bunch of the summon tokens, yeah, and you can get him up to 5-star, go ahead and do it now, because you can get the weapon that way. Okay, that's just the way it is. But like I say, the flows and the tombs, you can get those inside the gacha shop and whatnot. And you can purchase those inside of the shops as well. So it's not critical to spend anything, to get to those. If you can get to 3 and 4 with just the tokens, of course, you definitely want to do it. But I wouldn't spend, like I say, don't spend any Soul Jade to get there for something that you can get at a later date without having to do that. Hold on to the Soul Jade and make sure that you have 20,000 by the time the Soul Box event runs around, and then bam, you'll be able to get the weapon guaranteed that way. That's the way I do it. Okay, so that's my thought on that. But yeah, I'll do another pull tomorrow to get the last ones and take him up to 3-star, and that will have used up all of my token summon, and then I'll just go ahead and regather them back up. You can usually get them pretty quick. They're in several places inside the shop. You definitely want to make sure that you purchase all the ones inside the shop. They've got right here. They've got some. They got 7 right here. And if you wait, you can get the sources and the flows and stuff in here. And you can see keto tombs and like so. So these change all the time. This is for Suzubaki. This is for Soifon right now. Friendship. There's a Soul Jade summon right there. We got Awakened Essence in here as well too. Event shops. You won't see any in here or in there. But yeah, that's the way that you want to go in terms of getting his weapon. So if you can't get him to 5, don't spend any Soul Jade. If you got enough Soul Jade to get him to 5, then spend it. You know how much you get per each draw. You get 5 on each 10 pool. So just do the math, okay? And if you got enough, go for it. If you don't, hold off the Soul Jade and just wait and spend it at the Soul Box event so that you'll have enough. Okay? Don't go blowing 25,000 Soul Jade and only have 4.5. You know, you're say 10 or 15 shards short of getting him up to 5-star. Okay? Now you're nothing. Okay? So you wasted all of that Soul Jade. Okay? Because you don't get any. You don't get any weapon shards on this event. The only thing you get is character shards. Okay? So you're going to have to get the entire 50 UR weapon shards needed to make the weapon inside of the Soul Box event. But because you just blew all 25,000 Soul Jade that you had, attempting to get him to 5-star to get the weapon, but came up short, you're not going to have the 20,000 that you need in the Soul Box event to get the weapon. Okay? See, that's what I'm saying. You don't get UR shards in the new character pool. You only get the character shards. The Soul Box event, you'll get shards for the character, and every other 10 pool, you'll get shards for the weapon. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. All right. So yeah, so good character. If you're a new player and you're going for him, if you can get him to 5-star, go for it. If not, hold off and we'll wait for the Soul Box event, which generally comes up inside of a month or two. After they've entered it, they have the Soul Box event for it. So for those of us who didn't have enough Soul Jade to get the weapon, can get the weapon in the Soul Box event. That's why they do it. Okay. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Click on that bell. You get notified each time I drop a video. Kendra coming at you from the corner. Signing out.